What's up, guys? I'm gonna be going over how to be a better sniper in COD Warzone. I'm not gonna talk about like how to be a quick scoper, but how to really be like a long range sniper that your team can rely on. First of all, as a sniper, you need to take your shots. It doesn't matter if you think you're gonna hit them or not, you just need to take them. Because if you don't take any shots, you won't hit anything. Second, you need to be confident. Just know that you can hit your shots. Alright, now let's get into the fundamentals of being a sniper. First of all, you need a high sensitivity. That way, you can track the player that you're about to shoot. Make sure you're comfortable with it. If you're not, you can do something like every other game, turn your sensitivity up by 1, and just work with it until you feel comfortable. Know your speed. If you can hit shots quickly, then do that. But remember, it's always better to take a little longer and hit a shot than rush it and miss. Aim for the head. Headshots are immediate downs, meaning you might only need 3 to 4 shots to down a whole team. Also, be patient. Wait for that perfect spot when they're moving slow or come to a stop so you can get a headshot and get it down. Watch your minimap for incoming vehicles. These can be some of the easiest snipes, and it's an opportunity that a lot of players miss. If you hit your shot, it's usually a down, because their head is the only thing that's showing. That puts the enemy team in a really bad position, because they're probably going to try and stop the res. That brings me to my next point. Don't always finish people who are downed. Waiting for their teammate to come for the res is usually a really good idea, because it provides another really easy snipe. The only time I wouldn't suggest doing this is when you see the enemy player in mid self-revive animation. You can tell because they move their head back and pull out a little stim. Don't stand in the same position for too long. Move around, crouch up and down. Be unpredictable, because there's always someone else looking for a snipe while someone else is aimed down sights. Get a bearing on what's around you. Zoom out, just in case an enemy player is pushing up close. Know your bullet drop. Once you start getting further and further away from an enemy player, you need to move your reticle above their head accordingly. But everyone's sniper is different, so experiment until you find the ranges that work for you. Try to get high ground. It gives you a better vantage point and provides an immediate way of escape by either gliding off or going inside the building you're on top of. Now, if you aren't on top of a building or in a spot where you can't glide off or get away quickly, just let your team know so they can protect you if you get in trouble. Let's talk about cover. When you stop to snipe at someone, make sure there's a spot where you can hide behind just in case they start shooting back. And if they do start shooting at you, then make sure you're not out in the open for too long. Peek them quickly so your opponent has less time to react. I've found it extremely useful to carry a deployable cover with me, and in some cases, it has even won me the game. Don't get too far away from your team, because being split up is never a good idea. The most important thing is that you just listen and communicate well with your team. Finally, let's talk about equipment. It's vital that your sniper feels good to you. Choose the attachments that fit your playstyle best. One of my friends even uses quickscoping variants in Warzone because he's an up-close combat type of guy. Choose your gun wisely. I recommend the AX50 or the HDR because they do the most damage and have the most range. Experiment with the Kar 98 and the Dragunov too, because they might fit your playstyle better than the AX50 or the HDR. Also, you're going to want a good secondary that complements your role as sniper. Personally, I like long-range combat better than close-up combat, so I use a long-range AR as my secondary weapon. Again, just make sure it fits your playstyle. Your other equipment is completely up to you. Most people don't use an RPG as a secondary if they're a sniper, so it's really nice to have C4. Just choose what you like best. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more content like this and help the channel out, go ahead and click subscribe.